Okay, so g'day and welcome back to Goodie Day. So this is a day in which I open up what sometimes I do this unboxing or whatever you want to call it, but people like to use old stamps. And in here is coins. There's no stamps, so we've got 80 cents. We have 70-cent stamp, cricket. This one is a paddle steamer which you can find on the Murray River. So if you go to Echuca, you can actually board them and they can take you up and down the river. Okay, troops depart. So this is more than likely the First World War. Australian New Zealand forces, yeah. Should have read the date down below. And the poppy represents the Anzacs. And more specifically, Gallipoli. So down below we have the rainbow pitta. Now we don't have that species in Melbourne. But as you can see, 80 cents. So this is probably, how much does a stamp cost? I think it's $1.50 now. So these ones are quite old. And this one feels like it's got bubble wrap, which is a pretty good thing. So this is also showcasing how you should pack your items. Even though it's in an envelope, it's got the correct postage on it. It should also have protection. Doesn't matter what it is. It could be it could be something like these. These are pretty common, not even $1 each. But yep, got bubble wrap. So this seller I buy from quite a lot, and most of the time he sends stuff in these type of envelopes, which are prepaid and tracked. This one was not tracked, so if it got lost you won't know where it is. The tracked ones you would. Okay, so, and also, yeah, sticky tape. Lots of sticky tape. So, okay, so these ones, oh damn, that went flying. Okay, so these ones are in bags, so you can buy bundles of these bags, about 100 for like, I don't know, $15-20. I've seen them on eBay. So if you want to send stuff, you can send it like this, especially for low valued items. If it is more of a high valued item, which, yeah, I don't have any on the bench, or maybe I do. Okay, so this is more of a high valued item. It's silver. These probably cost about $50. So, but we'll do another video on those. Okay, so I've got a lot of, so the first ones are coins from Czechoslovakia. So Czechoslovak coins are actually pretty common. Now why did I purchase these? I don't know, I just thought they were cool. So we've got the communists, basically communist coins. And, oops, so this one's a well circulated coin. Now you know it's a communist coin because it has the coat of arms instead of on, so it's got a shield on top. No, that one's not as good. It's probably well circulated. Okay, so you got a shield on it, and then you got a flame instead of Slovak cross. You also got a star on the top, so that's the communist version. Okay, this is the version I issued 1990 with the, okay, so the Czech line and the Slovak cross. So I only got this because of this coin. This is one I needed my collection. I think I need another 2 more 10 krona coins. Okay, so these are the 2 versions you're going to get of these. The 1990 coins with the Czechoslovak Federal Republic. And this says Czechoslovakia Socialist Republic, so a communist state. So the denominations you can get, we go from the start. So you got 1 haleru, you have 3 haleru, don't even know what the plural is. You have 5, and then you got the smaller version of 5 issued in the 70s. Then we got the 10, so this is the larger version. This is 1968. And here we have the smaller version from, this is 1981. Okay, then you got the 20, in which they never issued an early version. That was a 25. Then we have 50. They did issue an earlier version. So here we have two different coins. So this is a communist one. This is pre-Second World War. Oh no, like after the Second World War, 1947. But the design is pre-Second World War. And you can see the Czechoslovak coat of arms with the Slovak cross. And this one does not have it. So, even though it's 1947, not really worth much. I need to see if I've actually got that denomination. And these are separate currencies because in 1950 they reformed it, and I think it's like 10 to 1. Then we have the 1 korun, the 2 korun, and I don't have a 5 korun. Okay, now another coin we have, so this is probably about $4 or $5, is the 1927. So this is pre-Second World War, post First World War. And 1925, so a pretty common coin, which they never, I don't think they issued this after the Second World War, but they were still legal tender. And now these were replaced in the Second World War with the Slovak and the Bohemia Moravia korun. But after the Second World War, the previous ones issued before the war started were still legal tender, but they were demonetized pretty soon afterwards. Okay, and then we got 5 lira. These are both communist versions. And we have 1977, 1978. So this one's pretty damaged. Anyway, so that's the Czechoslovak coins. Pretty interesting history. The coins are actually quite common. That lot you can probably pick up for about $20 if you look around to get a set. Okay, the next ones we have, okay, pretty good. Okay, these are, looks like Macau coins. So Macau's a smaller place, part of China now, but it's autonomous like Hong Kong, about 500,000 people. Okay, the smallest coin we have is the 5 Avos 1967, and Macau only started issuing their own coins in 1952. Before that they used foreign coins, most likely Hong Kong and China. Okay, so we have the Macau coat of arms. It has a dragon on one side to represent China, and here's the Portuguese part, and there's waves underneath to represent overseas territory. We have All Mun, so Macau in Cantonese or Chinese. Macau in Portuguese, and on this side we have the denomination 5 Avos, Republic Portuguesa, and Msin. Okay, that's the traditional form, yeah. The formal. Okay, that one's pretty common. Then we got the 1975, 10 Avos, uncirculated, yeah, for just a few dollars. This one's pretty much the same. It would have been more widely in circulation like the Hong Kong 10 cent. Okay, then we have the second version that they issued in 1982, so 1983, just as the coat of arms of Portugal. And on this side is the denomination. And you can see it has characters on the front, which is not the denomination. Okay, this one has almonds, pretty in the round circle. Macau in the center, and here we have a Chinese dragon from a lion dance. So this is a pretty common coin. This one's what, 2005. Last year they minted these, is 2010. Here we have a current coin of Macau, has the lighthouse. Here we have the second version, 1 pataka, and it has 2 fish. Okay, coat of arms of Macau. This just says Macau in Portuguese as well as Chinese. Looks like it has bat up the top. Okay, so this one's pretty common. You should be able to, if you ask for one, they'll give you it in your change. This one I've never seen in circulation in Macau, but worth a few dollars. Okay. Oh, it looks like I caught by it. Oh, I've got another set of Macau. So this looks like pretty much has the same coins. Yeah, so we've got the 982. Okay, so okay, so we've got 2 varieties you can find, and these do occur on the same year. So here we have $1 Yapman. That's a big version. This is a small version. And also the Omun Macau is also bigger on this one. This one is smaller. There's also a difference in the actual fish, which I can't remember now. But I'll endeavour to make another video on that. Oh yeah, here we go. Look at the tail. The spacing in between there is actually smaller. On here it's bigger. And also, so the actual lines of the fish are thicker on this one and are thinner on this one. So I think one of these is minted in the UK, yeah, one's minted. Okay, the stand fell down. Yeah, so one, no, not UK. One's minted in Portugal, I think one's minted in Singapore. So that I'll need to look up. I'll make a proper video on that. And here we have 1982 with the differences on this side as well. So there's two varieties for quite a few years. This one looks like it's got doubling. Anyway, so there's that. And then we have the first Pataka date. Oh, maybe I think it's the second. First, second, whatever. This one just says the coat of arms of Portugal, Macau at the time. And on this side, 1975. So I think this is a copper nickel version, which is a bit different than the ones that issued later. So that's basically, and this is the first year of issue of these coins. So they issued a year before Hong Kong issued their coins, which now you do use Hong Kong coins in Macau. I've been there a few times and I've just ever used Hong Kong coins. I've fairly rarely gotten Macau Pataka in change, which is a little bit sad. Okay, now why did I get those coins? Now I can't remember. Maybe just to upgrade my collection. Okay, in the last lot we have, I think it's the last lot. Okay, is these coins from Bulgaria. So I can't remember what that is, but I think it's about 800-year-old design. And on a horseman. So we have one Stotinsky. We have the two. And these are all pretty much frozen dates. Numerous that does the mintage figures, but they're definitely incorrect. Because population really is, they got one coin pretty much for the people. So the highest denomination that they issued 99 was one Stotinsky. And all the designs pretty much the same. So Bulgaria. And these are current coins. I think they're equivalent to the euro. But I got them for these coins. So this is the 10 and the 5 lev from 1930. So, and as you probably know or don't know, Bulgaria was on the side of Germany during World War I and World War II, but they didn't get defeated militarily, but they just got exhausted and they surrendered. The same in the Second World War. They pretty much saw the books and seeing that the Soviets were actually marching down, so they switched side, which was pretty much the only thing they could do apart from having their cities pretty much destroyed. And the Germans pulled out pretty much because they just couldn't cope. Okay, and here we have the same image that's on the other coin. So I'll make another video on these and we'll talk about that image. I can't remember off my head because, you know, you got there's just too much information to remember. Anyway, so that's my latest pickup. So in the next few videos, I'm probably going to do a whole series of the coinage of Brazil. So anyway, thank you very much. Have an awesome coin and banknote collecting time and take care.